Recording has begun.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is the 15th of October 2023. My name is Shazad Hussain and I live at 20 Primary Way in Undercliff, Bradford. And today it's 68 days. It's been since my brother's been kidnapped by the state because I was looking to expose the fraud and corruption, lies and deceptions, and they won't tell me where my brother is. Hence why I'm sacrificing all my privacy. There's no privacy anyway. You think you have privacy anyway? This is my house, 20 Primary Way. Yeah, I'm giving you my privacy. You don't have any privacy. Your privacy is an illusion, a delusion. I've gone this over so many times. These are some of the birds I got for my brother. My brother was here. He was sitting out here enjoying the weather. I've got all these plants put up for him. And what did the local authority do? They've come and kidnapped him, holding him at ransom and holding him at hostage and at ransom because I told them I'm going to whistleblow and expose your lies and corruptions and deceptions and all the things that you're doing. And as a result of this, I'm being persecuted, oppressed, and victimized. Yeah, I mean, they're dealing with a very malevolent force in power and authority. And they think in absolute terms. They don't understand that caring is not an absolute term. It's not a tick box exercise that you can fulfill. Now, my brother's obviously an emotional human being. He has emotional needs, he has psychological needs, he has care and understanding needs, he has family needs. None of those needs are being presently met. Hence why I got the birds. And other animals. I've got loads of animals now, chickens and rabbits and all sorts of other parakeets. And I got these animals to help forget the misery that they're placing us into. Today's a nice sunny day, considering it's the 15th of October, and the sunshine does give you a positive outlook on life. That hey man, life may be doomy and gloomy, but everything changes. And even in the winter times, there's nice sunshine outside, and the sun always makes me smile, and I'm sure it makes everybody smile. Because it's comforting, it's nurturing, isn't it? It's not like there's a dark gloominess that these cockroaches at the council and the other authorities are used to. They prey on your misery. And yet here's Allah making you remember that it's not so bad. Things are still good. You can sit in the sunshine here. I've got my health. They've taken away all my money. They've destroyed my reputation. They're psychologically torturing me by denying me access to information. But this is a long time coming. I was just reflecting today that when did this all start? When did this saga with me start? It didn't start yesterday, or last year, or in the last couple of years, or in the last 5 years, or in the last decade. It's been going on with me since my initial arrest, and when they tried to get me for domestic abusing my own sister, who years later is now in my care, and it has given me a lasting power of attorney to manage all her health and welfare and property and finances, considering that they would utilizing her to make statements against me in order to, this is what they do. They try to destroy your reputation and devalue you by through a smear campaign that you're an aggressive person. No, I'm not aggressive at all. It is you that are aggressive. It is you that abuse your power. It is you, the local authority, that are malevolent and maligned and scheming and calculating with your machinations to try to, pull off what you cannot do, which is provide care for the elderly and the weak and the vulnerable in society. Clearly, you've not been providing care for the children, have you? That's came out fully. But it's an absolutely abysmal state of affairs, where people are being ignorant, where the general populace looks to be ignorant of the reality that there is no care being provided. It's all abuse, torture. It's just been legalized to say that, oh no, we've got this order now. We've got an order from a judge. Well, you just paid the judge to give you an order whatever you wanted. So how is that fair and just? Oh no, but it's legal now. How is it legal? How is it morally right? How is it justified what you're doing? You're buying off. You're effectively abusing your own laws. You're twisting your own laws that have been created to safeguard and protect the weak and the vulnerable, that place a duty and care due to you But what you do is you instead of doing what you're supposed to be doing, because you know you can't do stuff like that, and it's boring, isn't it? You're getting paid to do a job, go from A to B, you can't be bothered doing that, so you want to go have a bit of fun at the public expense, using public money to exploit vulnerable people, see them suffer and be stressed out, while you are protected behind the corporate veil, behind your position of authority, behind your profession. And then you can say, no, we were just doing things professionally. That's what it's more than my job's worth. That's what social workers do, don't they? They say, no, we're just doing our jobs. When the reality is that they take sick, sadistic, malevolent pleasure in seeing you suffer. And that's what they've been trying to do to me and my family for the last, not just 20 years, but my last 40 years. They've been sitting back, holding on to the money that they should have been spending on us, so we could have lived in harmony, and holding that money back and getting us all to fight with each other. All right, so they were all under these desperate conditions, and then they sit back and they take sadistic pleasure in watching our human suffering. And here I am, I'm saying, okay, well, you want to watch our human suffering behind a closed door, in privacy, for your only pleasure. So then you can go out and tell people that no, we're doing our jobs properly. And my job here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to say, this human suffering, this filth, this defecation that you've created in my life, all I'm going to do is I'm going to plaster it all over the whole world to see. All right, this is you know, if you want to take pleasure from our human suffering and misery, why are you being selfish about it for? Why are you being why should you only get to enjoy and take pleasure in my human suffering? Why should that be the case? Why should you have a monopoly in taking pleasure from seeing me suffer? I think it's only fair that the whole world can equally have the opportunity to take pleasure in me and my family's human suffering, because that's what you people want, isn't it? There are sick, sadistic people out there that have no heart or moral or empathy, and what they want to do is they want to cause you harm and see you scream and suffer, like they see children crying for their parents while the social workers abduct them from their loving parents. They get sadistic pleasure from that. And all I'm trying to say is, hey man, don't have a monopoly on it. Let everybody take that sick, sadistic pleasure. I think there's a German word for this, isn't there? It's called, it escapes me right now. Schadenfreude. That's it. The word is Schadenfreude. You gotta love the German language. They're quite inventive with words. And this is the word that they use, Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is personally taking pleasure from seeing somebody suffering. And I'm sure right now, as the war in Israel and Palestine rages on, there are people out there that are taking some sick, sadistic pleasure from seeing those bombings and suffering on television, and seeing the people of Palestinian people suffer. Trust me, not everybody's human. There are psychopaths and monsters out there, such as the people at the local authority and the people I engage with, that are true psychopaths. And what they want to do is they want to sit behind, safe and protected in their own veneer of these ivory towers that they've created for themselves, and look at you, at the human suffering, and take pleasure from that. Because you know why? Because they have no love in their heart. They're loveless creatures that are psychopaths, and and then they put the facade of, no, I'm normal. There's something sick and sadistic about these people that take pleasure from seeing the suffering of others. You know, it pains me when I even see animals suffer, and yet these people want to see human beings suffer, and they want to take pleasure in my suffering. When I say, well, like, hey man, you want to take pleasure in my suffering, let everybody else take. Don't be greedy about it. Let everybody else take the pleasure. So hence why I've given up my privacy. I don't have any privacy anyway. It was on this very day 9 years ago that they were trying to frame me, getting my mother to make statements against me. And that's what they do. They've got these little law books that they know about, and then they know that, oh, we can twist this and we can manipulate that in order to get what we want. Sick, sadistic freaks, that take pleasure from human suffering. So let them suffer. Let them be what they want to be. I'm not an easy person to take down. And so I think I should just leave it there. Today is 15th of October 2023. And, one last thing. I'm not here to kill myself. I'm not going to be committing suicide. So if I do die as a young man, and it's all down to the local authority who are trying to shut me up, and I'm going to scream louder than anybody I'm going to scream so loud that everybody on the whole planet can hear me, because I'm suffering right now and I don't need to be suffering, and my brother's suffering right now that doesn't need to be suffering. This suffering is being created so the local authority can have this veneer of respectability. Absolutely sickening and disgusting.